Hello and welcome to Our Year with the Ears, our daily vlog where we relive our year living in the Walt Disney World resorts in 2019. Today is day 82.
Today we are changing rooms, but we are not changing resorts. Apparently, the guy that was booking all the rooms thought things through a little bit once in a while and actually booked back-to-back rooms at the same resort. Made things so much easier than trying to move across property to some other resort. We were in a standard room. We're going to be going into a preferred room, which is a room that's closer to the front. That's usually the category difference there at the All-Stars. So I went to the front desk early and said, hey, I know we're checking out of this standard room, checking into a preferred. Is there any chance our room is ready or will be ready around 11 so we can go straight to the new room? They looked at the system and couldn't find any rooms available, so they told me to just wait. They'll put me on the first available list and I'll get a text as soon as the room's ready. So I went back to the room, packed everything up, and took it all on a luggage cart down to the food court where we decided to have some lunch. So we got some spaghetti and meatballs there, came with a couple breadsticks. Actually really good pasta. I was kind of surprised, but the meatballs were a good size. The pasta was really good. Had a nice little lunch there sharing that, and we were going to start working from the food court just like we did when we first checked in here. But we got the text that our room was ready. So we grabbed the cart and went over to the new room. Of course, we did pictures and 360 pictures and did a room tour live on Facebook. This is a king bed here. And the only king beds here at All Star Sports are in the preferred rooms. The preferred rooms being the football building and the surf buildings. So the king bed is here in this room. They were actually able to get that for us, which is super nice because we only have 2 people. Of course, if you have more than 2 people, they typically won't put you in a room with a king bed. One thing to note about the king rooms here at All Star Sports, at least, is all of them are accessible rooms. As you can see, we have 2 peepholes in the door. And if you'd like to watch that entire room tour, it is linked down in the description below and up above.
As soon as we finished with the video, we did take our cart of luggage and take it into the room. Now we have to take the cart back to the front, and we did something you are not supposed to do. Do as we say, not as we do.
Whee! This is what not to do when you are at the resorts.
Yeah, don't do this. This is not allowed.
We did have a lot of fun, but you're really not supposed to do that, so we don't recommend doing that.
Yeah, always follow all the rules. But if you don't, it can be fun sometimes too. So, you know.
No, don't do that, seriously. But when we got back to the room, we had sent some clothes back with my mom, some of the warmer items, because according to the weather, it is supposed to get really warm really fast, and we're not going to need those thicker sweaters. But now our suitcases are all mixed up and not very organized, and we need things to be organized because of how much moving we're doing this year and literally living out of suitcases. So we spent a couple of hours just organizing things based on how often we wear it and how often we need it. So short sleeves that we wear more often versus long sleeves and vice versa.
And while we were going through the suitcases, we also started finding our pins because we have been pin trading throughout the year here and there, and we tend to take the pins we want to keep and just kind of stick them places, like in the different zipper pouches on your suitcase, the little ones, you know. So as we're going through the suitcase, we keep finding, oh, there's 3 pins here, there's 5 pins there, and we laid them all out on the bed because honestly we had no idea what we had anymore. We had photos on our phones of our pin boards that we took whenever we moved and packed everything up and moved to Disney World. We didn't bring our pin boards with us, but I have pictures of them, so I know what pins I already have and what pins she already has. But now we've collected all these new ones and we don't know what they are. So of course we took pictures of them laying out on the bed so we'd know, okay, we don't have to trade for these anymore, we're good. And we realized that we really like collecting pins. And I say we in the most inclusive way possible because I don't want it all to look like it's just my pins. There were like at least 5 in there that were yours.
Oh, okay. I do enjoy pin trading, I really do. But he is like obsessed with it. There's a difference.
I mean, I feel like obsessed is a little harsh. Maybe I'm fanatical about it. That's not much better, is it? Yeah. I just really like it, okay? Let's just go with that.
He does. And the one thing we really did enjoy about pin trading is it was something we could do that didn't take a lot of room in our suitcases. It was kind of a keepsake we could have that wouldn't necessarily get broken, and like I said, you can kind of stick anywhere. And then we had something for the end of the year. Around sunset, we decided to go for a walk around the resort because we have now been indoors all day long and we have beautiful weather today. We want to enjoy it and a beautiful sunset. As we were on our walk, we found a hidden Mickey that they have there on the sidewalk between the pool and the food court. And I love this one because it's not just 3 circles. It's actually the face of Mickey in the sidewalk, which is really awesome. We kept going and they were doing s'mores. We did not get any s'mores today. You do have to pay for the actual s'mores. You can roast marshmallows for free, but the s'mores you do have to pay for. We have not eaten dinner yet. We decided to not get s'mores today because we are hungry and want to eat food like a real adult, I guess.
Yeah, we were actual responsible adults.
I
We
know.
passed on roasting marshmallows because we hadn't eaten. Look at that. We're maturing and progressing as the year goes on.
So proud of us.
At least today. We'll see what happens in the future. But at least for today, we made the right decision.
That's called progress,
Oh
dear.
my goodness.
So we did go to the food court and decide to share a meal. And this one was really unique because we are at an All-Star, which a lot of times you might think they don't have a really good food court, but they actually had steak on the menu. And we needed to know, like, does All-Star Sports Food Court do a good job with steak?
Yeah, it was a New York strip. It had scalloped potatoes with cheese. It looked really good. And they also had green beans and a little roll. I was skeptical because I like steak, but then again, as long as you don't overcook it, it's kind of hard to have a bad steak as far as I'm concerned, as long as you put a little seasoning on it and don't overcook it. Well, I was very impressed for the price point and the fact that you're at a food court at one of the All-Star resorts. This steak was actually very, very good. I mean, it wasn't filet mignon. It's not the nicest steak I've ever had or anything like that, but it was definitely better than what I expected for the like $15 it cost or whatever. It was really impressive.
And it was really nice that we were able to share this. And like I said, for the price point, we were able to get steak at Disney World for like $15 for a meal for both of us, which is awesome. We did go back to the room because at this point we basically have like piles all over the beds and we do want to go to sleep tonight. So we finished up the packing and organizing, making sure that our closets are all organized for the year. And around 11:15, we were still awake. We are night owls for sure. We love staying up late. We started getting kind of the munchies. You want something sweet. We don't have anything here in the room. So we decided to go see what they had at the food court. And wouldn't you know, they have a brownie sundae. And I cannot pass up a good brownie sundae. I have to try them all. This one wasn't as good as some of the others we've had. Like Ample Hills, theirs was really, really
Yeah,
good.
it was.
This one was okay, but again, we're at an All-Star and that's fine. We had a really good dinner and it's a brownie sundae. So no matter what, it's still gonna be a really good snack. So we shared a brownie sundae at like 11:30 at night, like adults.
Yeah, clearly we haven't grown up that much in the last few months because, you
We
know,
ate dinner first and then dessert.
we
That's
did
progress.
do it in the right order, I guess, but we still went at 11:30 at night and ate a brownie sundae. But
The food court was still open, which means we're not the only ones that do that.
yeah, so they were expecting us. See, it was actually been wrong of us to not get the brownie sundae because
supporting
then,
Disney.
Exactly, they'd be open for no reason, and all the cast members would be bored and having to like scrub down the floors or something because there's no guests there. So we were just trying to do our part to help out. That's what it was.
We can justify sweets anytime we need to, let me tell you. After this, we did head back to the room. It was time for bed. It is very late. And that's the end of our day today. So we'll see you tomorrow.
For our year with the ears.